Four rounds down and 4 to go. The next stop for the PWRC is the idyllic island of Sardinia. Welcome to the Support Championship to the WRC, the FIA Production World Rally Championship. Coming up in the programme, we'll have all 3 days action on the Italian Isle as the PWRC follow the World Rally 4x4s, but incredibly in near standard road cars. So far in the PWRC, it's been 2 wins for Patrick Sandel, a home win for Armindo Arrojo, and Argentina was the last challenge for a victorious Nasser Al-Attiyah. All 3 were here, ready to do battle as the business end of the championship is reached. Just 3 points separates the top 3. Prokop's duties lie over with the junior championship this round. Al-Attiyah was even quick enough to score 1 world championship point in Argentina as he looks forward to the Rally d'Italia.
We came here for win the race, and if we have this chance, I not lose this chance. I will try to do my best.
Everything is possible in this championship. I like a lot this championship because you never know who is the winner, and a lot of competition inside.
We are 3 points now after the leader, and my plan here is to take 10, and if we do, the plan is to be back in the lead.
All 3 leaders and the rest of the pack take on the Sardinian gravel with 3 different weapons. Armindo in the Mitsubishi Evo 9, Al-Attiyah in a Subaru Impreza, and Sandel in the Skoda Fabia Super 2000. There is one more beast in the group, the Fiat Punto Arbath Super 2000, singing in its home event with Portugal's Bernardo Sousa as its pilot. 14 national stars are present here, representing 10 countries, making this a truly global event. It's the first time for the PWRC to visit Sardinia, just south of the French island of Corsica, and based in Olbia at the northeast end of the island. 347 kilometres and 17 stages is the task on a soft but tough gravel surface.
It's a bit rough. I think it's like if you take the best stages in Greece or Turkey, it's like more similar here.
A lot of narrow place, and very, very fast and high speed, It will be not easy here, because first time, Sandel, I think 4 or 5 times here, he drove before in junior, and he know the road very well.
For me, it's a little bit more rough than the last years. It's a little bit more stones that you can see already now, and it's so very sandy, and then you having quite hard surface anyhow, but you have this sand up on it, so it's very slippery on some places. So I think you have to go fast on the good places, and you have to slow down a little bit on the very rough part.
All set then as the local crowds got an early glimpse of the cars and drivers set to pierce through their roads for the next 3 days. Day 1 sees 6 stages divided in 2 repeated passes, 130 kilometres, including the longest 3rd and final stage of the day, that of Crestazza. The first 3 stages were set for the morning in beautifully sunny conditions. Sunglasses on and looking relaxed, championship leader Armindo Arrojo started us off. He and co-driver Miguel Ramalho's Mitsubishi Lancer was misfiring slightly through the opening stages, putting the Portuguese partnership into second. Qatari Nasser Al-Attiyah in the Subaru Impreza led on stage 1 and held his lead into 2. The early pace setter with Italian co-driver Giovanni Bernaccini suffered brake problems on the final 2 stages though, putting the Argentinian winner down to 4th. The familiar sound of the Super 2000 of Swede Patrick Sandel Skoda took to the gravel. No handbrake for the Norwegian Cyprus winner meant he was having to throw the car into the corners sideways. The 27-year-old and co-driver Emil Axelsen still made it to 3rd despite their problems. Compatriot Patrick Flodin in an Impreza was quietly making his campaign known. No troubles for the 24-year-old, and 2 stage wins put him to #1 in the PWRC. There were some early troubles in the production class though. Evan Brynildsen's Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9 would cut out as the engine temperature soared. He got to the halfway service in 5th. And although it doesn't look it, Bernardo Sosa was driving cautiously in the Fiat Abarth Grand Punto S2000, trying to guarantee he finishes the 3 days, unlike his retirement-filled season so far. The 30-minute service in Olbia gives the mechanics a chance to work on the cars. Patrick Flodin's Subaru with a great start, not needing much to do.
Yes, it was starting really good, and especially the second and the third stage was good because the surface was more smooth and the stage was fast. So yeah, I'm used to go on fast stages, but now we need to watch out for the stones and also for Nasser, I guess, because he had some problem during this morning, and I think he will be really fast in the afternoon.
Confirmation of the top 6, and under 25 seconds separated the top 4. Flodin leader by 6.6 seconds. The conditions were getting even hotter and the roads more rutted as the crowds took residence at the side of the road to see the top 4 do battle. We'll see that battle soon, but before they set off, of the 14 starters, those behind the top 4 were having a mixed time. Tapper, Lopez, Campodelli and Semrad went into retirement. Soon Gassner Jr. joined them, the 20-year-old breaking his radiator on stage 5. The retirements went up to 6 by the end of the day. Evan Brynildsen from Moss in Norway had a broken fuel pump, continuing on from the same problems earlier. His Lancer giving up just 2 kilometres from the end of the last stage. Back to the top 4, and Patrick Flodin was pushing and setting the times for the others to chase. Armindo Araujo was having an afternoon of fuel pressure problems and couldn't get the maximum out of his car. Araujo dropped to 4th, and it was Sandell on stage 4 who was quickest. Patrick went into the lead, knocking Flodin off his #1 spot. On to the next stage of Luel, and Nasser Al-Attiyah blasted the other 3 away, winning the stage and moving to 1st. A fantastic battle here in the PWRC, and now the final stage of the day. Plenty for the crowds to take notice of. Patrick Flodin attacked, and with a stage time of 19 minutes and 25 seconds, it would be hard to be faster than him. Nasser Al-Attiyah tried to push, but his tyres were completely destroyed, putting the Qatari to 3rd. On board with Sandell, and his handbrake was in full working order. Too much, in fact. That spin and stall will hamper his progress. On to the end of the stage, and the splits were showing Sandell was recovering. The time on the corner of your screen is the target for Sandell to beat. Patrick plus 0.7. He just misses out. Flodin is the leader at the end of day 1. It's so close at the top. Flodin, Sandel and Al-Attiyah separated by just 6 seconds. And Arrojo just 16 seconds off the leader too.
If you're confident with the car, is the plan maximum attack?
Not maximum. I need to go to finish now to score points, because this season has been a disaster from the start. So I should be happy if I can be on the podium.
It's incredible, and it's okay. It's really good fun also, because when you are fighting on every stage, it's good fun for us and it's good fun for everyone else. So I think we're gonna have 2 more dramatic days.
Any problems today?
We had this morning, I had a small problem because the handbrake was not working, and this afternoon was okay except 1 spin on the last stage. But no, everything feels good, so we're just gonna keep push tomorrow.
We push a lot in afternoon. We improve in timing, and now it's 4 cars. It's like a big fight, you know, for who will win the race, you know. But still long rally. Tomorrow will be very, very difficult, not easy. But really, I am happy today, and we try keep good pace tomorrow. If we can win the race on Sunday, will be nice.
Don't go anywhere, as after the break we'll have one of the tightest PWRC conclusions here in Sardinia. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to another glorious day in the FIA PWRC. Days 2 and 3 to come, as the top 4 are separated by just 16 seconds. The second day of 3 sees another 3 stages repeated twice. It includes the longest stage of the rally, the famous jumps and bumps of Monte Lerno, 131 kilometres the distance. Rally leader Patrick Flodin burst onto the scene, but unfortunately for him, it was short-lived. A broken drive shaft meant Patrick was now wrestling his Subaru Impreza with just rear wheels pushing him instead of the PWRC's usual 4-wheel drive. And a moment there, going wide. Patrick lost over 2 minutes nursing his car through the opening stages. Patrick Sandel made light work of stage 7, winning it and gaining the lead in the rally. The Swede Super 2000 Skoda struggled through the twists of stage 8 though, finding it hard to get grip. The S2000 cars are fully aspirated and can't get the power down, unlike the turbo-assisted Group N's, such as the Mitsubishi and Subaru. Nasser Al-Attiyah was not liking the ruts too much early in the day. He had nothing to answer Sandel's pace, so the Qatari concentrated on finding a good rhythm and learnt the stages for the next pass. Sandel has an advantage over the rest of the PWRC, having contested here 4 times before. Armindo Arrojo was one driver with an answer for Sandel. The championship leader used the turbo from his Lancer well on stage 8 and tore the field apart, winning the stage and becoming leader in the PWRC by 20 seconds. The crowd were settling themselves for the famous Monte Lerno stage, the longest in the rally and famous for its crests and jumps. Nasser Al-Attiyah got himself up to speed, getting his Impreza working on the smoother sections. He cleared the most air at the end of the stage and moved up to second too. Armindo Arrojo was hoping to make the fight for the lead a 3-way battle, but had to slow due to a loose right rear suspension arm and was fighting with the Evo 9 to prevent it from spinning off the road. The Portuguese man dropped 50 seconds off the lead and into third. 22-year-old Bernardo Sousa in his Arbath Grand Punto S2000 made it to 4th, making it 4 different manufacturers in the top 4 positions. The Portuguese arrived at service with damaged transmission and a 2-wheel drive Punto though. Flying out front was Patrick Sandel, committed and purposeful. He finished the morning 13 seconds in the lead.
Patrick in the lead of this rally, but is it enough?
Yeah, it's enough to be in the lead, but we have to keep pushing. But I have good confidence for the rest of the rally. I know which speed we have to keep this position.
The local crowds in full singing voice as the remaining 3 stages of day 2 were underway. Rally Sardinia also proved an atrocious event lower down the order. Frenchman Fred Sauvin had a heavy landing on one of the many jumps, retiring him for the day. And engine problems for Pirelli's star driver Martin Semerad meant he retired completely from the event on the day before his 19th birthday. Bad luck for the young Czech. Back to the top 4 and a better afternoon for Patrick Flodin with his drive shaft mended. He made his way past Bernardo Souza and set the fastest time on stage 12. His morning problems, though, put him out of contention. The top 3 held their position. Araujo in 3rd with his right rear suspension barely holding on. But he somehow managed to make it to the end of the day. Nasser Al-Attiyah muscled his way through the stages, picking up bodywork damage in the process. On 10, the Qatari bent his steering, but the 5 times FIA Middle Eastern champion got to the final overnight break in 2nd. And the man of the day pressing his dominance over the rest was Patrick Sandel. The 27-year-old used all his junior experience and knowledge of the roads to pick his way through the final 3 stages of day 2. The leader in the PWRC, albeit by 23.5 seconds. The production class has gone from a 4 to a 2-horse race as from 3rd down becomes fairly spread. Important championship points for Araujo if things stay the same.
Podium position is very good for the championship. We will still more or less close in the 1st place with these points, but tomorrow it will be a long day and everything is possible in these races. We need to wait for the finish.
I am happy. The gap now, it's only 23 seconds, you know. We'll see tomorrow. I will try push.
That's good to hear. So it's attack mode for Nasser for tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. I would like win this race here for first time.
It's been a perfect day and everything just go as we hope, so I'm just gonna try to keep this tomorrow.
86 kilometres and 5 stages are all that's left for the Production World Rally Championship. 2 repeated stages plus a single run through the short Arzakena Pass. The sun was again turned on to maximum in what was to be one of the most exciting and closest rallies the PWRC has seen. First out of the blocks, a concentrated Patrick Sandel. He and co-driver Emil Axelsson were finding a better speed through the more narrow sections and looked to assert his advantage. A struggling Danny Sordo from the WRC put a cloud of dust into the breezeless sky though, causing Patrick to back off. Second place man Nasser Al-Attiyah was next and with fingers crossed started his challenge. On stage 13, he made small work of the lead Sandel had made up over the 2 days, reducing the gap to him to 8.6 seconds. Sandel responded on stage 14, increasing the gap again to 9.5 seconds. As well as the fight, in a kind sporting gesture, the struggling WRC Citroën of Danny Sordo heard about the fight in the PWRC. And as you can see, pulled over to let the two production boys fight it out as the pair got back for a short breather at service.
If it's only up to me, we can win. But if something happen around, you know, maybe we're catching a car again or something in the dust, then we cannot do anything. But as long as it's up to me, yeah, we will win.
I think we have good chance and have a lot of confidence. I know what I do, but you know, it will be not easy, you know, because Sandel is very good driver. He have very good car, but I will do it.
The final 3 grueling stages were left, and with already 6 retirements, the 4th manufacturer was to retire. Bernardo Sousa's broken gearbox ended the Portuguese's 5th position and put the retirement number to 7. Hungarian Gabor Mayer made slow progress and survived the holes and banks for a solid 8th. An architect by profession, Italian Gianluca Linari crafted his way past Mayer for 7th. In one of the drives of the day, Frédéric Sauvin made over a minute on 7th and 8th position for 6th. Evan Brynildsen's Mitsubishi continued to suffer as the temperature soared and reducing its power, the Norwegian holding on for 5th. Early leader Patrick Flodin had more problems on day 3. The Swede's fuel pump wiring caused a few internal fires in the Subaru and a few time penalties going into stage to fix them. He overcame the setbacks and cruised to 4th. The current championship leader's position was under threat, but Almindra Rojo's 3rd was secured. Into the 17th and final stage of the Rally d'Italia, and all eyes were on the fight between Patrick Sandel and Nasser Al-Attiyah. Both men fighting hard, separated by 4 seconds and throwing caution to the wind, of which there was none. Being first out, Patrick Sandel set the time for Nasser to chase. Let's ride with the Swede as he gives it 100% to the end of the rally. Superb stuff from Patrick.
Patrick, it's the end of the last stage in Sardinia in PWRC. The last split I have, you're 2.7 behind Nasser at 10Ks.
Yeah, and we were 4 in front after the last, before the stage, so no idea.
As our reporter Julian said, Nasser 4 seconds behind going into the stage, and the middle split puts the Qatari just 2 seconds off Sandel's time. The Subaru Impreza looking supremely balanced. Whatever the result, this has been a fantastic fight. The clock on your screen is the target for Nasser to beat if he is to win here in Sardinia.
And left 2.
And he crosses the line as the winner, just 1.5 seconds. Amazing stuff from the Qatari as the news feeds to Patrick at the end of the stage.
Patrick, the time's just come through. You've been beaten by 1.5.
Yeah, that's but okay. Nasser did an incredible last stage because we were absolutely flat all the time, but he was faster. Big congratulations.
A gentleman in defeat. Sandel embraces the victor in Sardinia. Both Nasser Al-Attiyah and Patrick Sandel have given us a terrific duel, as we hear from the winner.
We plan push a lot in last 2 stages, and we done it, you know. I am really so happy, you know. This win is so special for me, you know, because first time here, and we win with all driver here. This was really very difficult because I am so sick, you know. It was really great moment, you know. It will be good for championship.
The result from Sardinia 2009 confirmed then Al-Attiyah, Sandel and Araujo getting the top 3 spots. Those times will be transferred into points, changing the championship table. With 2 wins in a row, Nasser Al-Attiyah moves ahead in the championship, with the top 3 still separated by just 3 points. Nasser starts his celebrations with local co-driver Giovanni Bernicini at his side. This 2009 season is really building up to being a classic year. The production boys are back in Greece next round. You can log on to WRC.com for all the news as it happens. But until the Acropolis Rally, it's goodbye from the PWRC.